Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. So, fighting war at the moment over in Delhi and Bengal. It's not going to really take us too much longer to be done with what we need. So let's just go ahead and double check. So right now we have a peace agreement that we can fill out. Gonna go ahead and take all of the money. That makes a fair bit of sense. Ooh dear. Let's not offer tribute. Let's also go ahead and add on some war reparations for some extra cash. And then from there, what do we reckon? Well, we don't really need to do too much. Maybe we go for a little bit of trade if we can be bothered. But I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. We've got their capital. We're working our way towards the next fort. These guys are heading down there, so that should be nice and easy. And then we will peace out Delhi as well. So you know what? Let's also go ahead and plan that out a little bit too. So let's go ahead and the first and foremost is the cash. So that is a very solid chunk of change. Let's chuck on some more reparations, and then from there, I think we go ahead and take some land for ourselves. So let's see, there's a fort over here in the mountains, so I suppose that that's not a bad thing to work our way towards. Was that it? Yes, it was. So we'll do that, and then let's just fill in a couple of the blanks. That should... let's see, maybe we go over there and then fill that out a little bit better. Yeah, that's a 100% war score. That'll give us some nice little expansion. That'll give us a nice defensive fort. We can even build another one in some highlands, and I think that that's going to work nicely for us. So we'll work our way towards there. Alright, in the meantime though, I have also paid attention to a couple of things. We have a little bit of spy network that got caught in the Ottomans' land. Looks like they've got relatively low manpower for them, only 50,000. So let's go ahead and mess around and sabotage their recruitment. That's going to cause them a little bit of trouble. Minus 20% manpower recovery speed should help soften them up for our future war with them. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then to maintain getting ourselves ready, let's go ahead and invest in a few buildings. First of all, I think we've got a couple of good workshops. We also, actually, we should check our manufactories. 0.84, that is remarkably nice. So let's go for 2 of those. And then with the 100 ducats remaining, let's see, taxes. Yeah, 0.1 is fairly good. So we'll go ahead and do all of those. We also have some favors that we should go ahead and spend. We have 57 with Austria, so I suppose we should try and improve that situation there. Let's trade favors for trust. We'll spend all that we have. That should be fine. Alright, and then at some point too, we'll also do the same for Norway. Make sure that we are in a good position. Alright, so let's go ahead and quickly continue fighting Bengal. It shouldn't take us too long to peace out over there. In fact, yeah, I don't expect it's going to be too difficult. These guys have the bulk of the army military strength, I believe. Oh no, apparently Delhi has been training up troops. But you know what, it's not going to be enough. No, so yeah, we'll deal with Bengal. We'll continue on converting things. We will keep a careful eye out for these guys, just in case any troubles arise. But I think... Let's see, if we are to try and peace out, how many reasons do we need? Only a couple. Okay, so... with that in mind, I think they're going to try and attack us here. So let's take these troops and get ready to reinforce. And then over here, let's go ahead and barrage. Let's clean that up a little bit quicker if we can. And in fact, you know what? I think we do that in both locations. Let's make sure that we make as fast a progress as possible. Otherwise, we may need to potentially zip away and avoid a fight. So let's just keep a careful eye on what's going on here. It looks like they are backing on up. I think they may try and avoid the fight. Yeah, okay, Siege of Jaunpur is over. That is excellent. That is what we needed. Let's march you over to that fort there. Get some artillery going. And then with 42% here, no, not quite. But you know what, if if we take that extra fort, I think we should have enough to maybe even get them to steer some trade in our direction, which would be nice. Oh dear, we did lose a general over there, which is unfortunate, but it looks like that is not too much of an issue. We did take the fort anyway. Let's go ahead and replace him with... let's pick up a new general and we'll take the better one of the two. So a 6-4-1-2 or a 4-5-2. Oh, sorry, a 4-5-5-2. Well, you know what? I think that's good enough. Extra little bit of maneuver will help us reinforce a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and get out of Bengal. Let's see if we can add on anything here for our economy. Nope. Alright, well then I guess that'll just have to be good enough. Anything we can do for a little bit of extra prestige? Not really. Nothing that we really care about. They're allied to Barmanis. We could break them up. In fact, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and break them up. That seems like a reasonable plan. If we can get all of these guys to be fighting each other, it'll make our expansion a little bit easier. Alright, so, how are we going? 85% on this fort. Looks like that worked out perfectly. Let's take our cannons and our other set of troops, we'll march them over there together. And then as soon as you're out, we're going to get rid of Bengal and make sure that they don't get that fort. Yeah, that should be very nice. It looks like Delhi also wants us to peace. So, yeah, let's make our way towards that. Let's say goodbye to you guys. Send that demand. That is excellent. And now that puts us at an 85% war score. So, as soon as we get a diplomat back, I think we can see about saying goodbye to them too. So, let's get those troops together. Let's march over... Ooh, we're stuck behind a fort, hey? Okay, well, we can fix that. Let's march our way up there. These guys can march up over there. These guys can go over here. Yeah. Just get a couple of little sieges here and there. Alright, so already at 7%. We are that much better at taking down forts than they are. We have a diplomat, so let's see. 100%. How close are we? Okay, so our demands exceed our war score by a small margin, and that's realistically it. But even then, that is not very hard for us to fix. So you know what? We will see if we can take this fort. Let's go ahead and let's try and avoid barraging right now. Let's just move you over here. We'll take a couple more occupations. You, my friend, can march onto the next fort as well. We're strong enough that I don't think that they're really going to try and attack us. We have superior technology, and I think they really want to get their way over to their capital. But you know what? That's our fort. That's all that we needed. Let's go ahead and sue for peace. We can take everything that we so desire. A little bit of overextension. 76% and some aggressive expansion too. Let's just double check that everything is all well and good. Yeah, we're at 11% for our overextension here, which we can start to fix up. So let's go ahead and do that. Yep, let's go ahead and peace out. That is a very nice settlement. Alright, so let's get our troops back into friendly territory. Let's go over here. Let's send the other two over. Where do we want to go? By Transoxiana, maybe? You know what? No, guy. How many cores have you got? None against them. Okay, so we're not going to feed you anymore. In fact, we probably don't want to feed them as they will start to gain more liberty desire with all of the extra development. So maybe we won't do too much there. Although, it looks like we're fairly strong, so it doesn't look like it's much of an issue. Okay, we'll just leave that be. Let's also go ahead and seize some land. That's always a good plan. Everyone is almost where they need to be, so let's go ahead and summon a diet. That 5 loyalty will be what we need. Let's go ahead and then do that. all is well and good, and now we can decide which direction is the best for us to go towards. Alright, we need to conquer, and we'll gain less separatism over by the Ottomans. That would give us how many years to do this? Until 1608. Okay, so 20 years. The Boyars would give us administrative power, and we will get some claims on Mongolia. Okay, Burghers want a trade company in... oh, the Indonesian Charter? Ooh. I don't know if we could necessarily make that happen. That'd be a little bit difficult, I dare say. Or the Cossacks. Admin power, and we would have to take more of Mongolia. Okay, so I think Mongolia is the one that we're going to go ahead and beat up first. We need to strengthen our position before we fight the Ottomans. Although, let's see, 20 years from now. Hang on a second, let's just take a look. Oh, who are you fighting? Croatia? Okay, hang on a second. Let's just see who they're fighting. They're fighting Brandenburg as well as Würzburg and a couple of others. Yeah, Venice. Oh, wow. Venice is a... no, sorry, that's Istria. Wait a second. Hang on a second. Let's just... Venice is a one-province minor? That is not something you see every day. Yeah, the Ottomans are definitely doing something here. That does make me question, though, too. Who is the Holy Roman Emperor? Okay, not coming to the defense of them. Okay, interesting, interesting. Alrighty, well... you know what? I am actually almost tempted to go ahead and start fighting the Ottomans sooner than later. We've got a pretty decent manpower pool. It's almost at 200,000, so that's more than they have. Our troops we can probably build up fairly quickly. And less separatism is always nice. And... owned by a country of Orthodox faith. Yeah, that's all that we need is to own it. Huh. Free them from oppression. And then we will fail if it's not Orthodox. So even then, we don't technically need to take it. It's just a matter of converting. Let's just double check. Do we have any claims on you already? We do as Russia. You know what? We need a few things in that area, so I guess we may as well go ahead and... do we just bite the bullet and we acknowledge that we're going to be fighting the Ottomans soon? I think we can do that. Yeah, alright. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to get ready for that war. Alright, so in preparation, let's see. We can pick up a great project potentially. This will give us local defensiveness and manpower in the region. There's also the St. Basil Cathedral for tolerance of the true faith, greater loyalty, and cheaper advisors with our ruler's religion. And we can also work our way towards some bonus events. And then, let's see, where else was there? Oh wait, that's the center of trade, wrong thing. The Kremlin, that would give us monthly autonomy change, project upgrade time, and garrison army damage. That could be nice for a global modifier. And it does speed up building great projects and all, so that's not a terrible idea. And then, oh, apparently we have a mausoleum over here. Okay, so what's that do? Religious unity, patriarch, equilibrium for their loyalty. That's not bad. What is the rules for this to be working? We need... let's see. No, it doesn't say. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We'll leave it be for now. It does make me wonder whether being Uyghur or Sunni is important. Yeah, that does make me wonder whether it's going to no longer work, but it does say the patriarchs here, so I think we can get some benefits. But right now I don't think that that's where our money needs to be spent. And then it's back to over here. Okay, well, you know what? We do love those things, but we're going to get to them in a little bit. Let's go ahead and maybe increase some of our ports of harbor. We need, what is this? We can upgrade this to level 2. I suppose that's not a bad use of our money. And to get to level 3, we need 6 more development. Let's see about some others first, maybe. Where are we going? Where can we go? Let's get rid of the great projects. Trade companies. Let's get rid of the selling of titles, states, and... oh, we still need decor, of course. So we'll go ahead and work our way through that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's all of our centers of trade that can be developed. So let's go through some of our buildings. Let's check out at those manufactories. We saw a couple of good ones. Wow, 1 whole ducat in perm. That is fantastic. We'll take you as well. Let's see. That's still a pretty decent return on investment. Do we want to work our way through all of these? Let's go with 1 more. And then let's just double check our production. We'll do a couple of those. Taxes, 0.06 isn't as fantastic as I would care for. And then... trade power, what about that? Yeah, Smolensk, let's go ahead and give them a bit of an upgrade. And... let's go for these 2 as well, that should be fine. Some of these will give us better return once we do drop the autonomy if we make them states, so we will work our way through that. Let's also make sure that we're paying attention to some potentially good places for a fort. Oh, hang on a second. What is this one? I don't remember seeing this before. City of Sarai. Okay, so these benefits cannot be used because the requirements for this monument is not filled. One of the following must be true: government reform of the Great Mongol State, steppe nomads, holy horde, or Sikh radar. That's unfortunate. Well, oh well, at least we have it. That's fancy. We can still upgrade that at some point though. In fact, yeah, we'll definitely state that up at some point and we'll improve that emporium. Alright, so we'll leave that there. I think we go ahead and we start buffing up some of our troops. If we're fighting the Ottomans, we need more than what we currently have. So let's see, what is our military at the moment? We have a combat width of 29, and we can have a 50-50 for cavalry and infantry. Not that I think we will be leaning into that. So let's go ahead and see if we have a template. We have a 35 and 27. That's not bad. Can we... actually, yeah, I think we'll go 35 and 29. So we'll delete this. And we'll go 35 and then 29. That'll be our new template. So we'll save that. And then... how much room have we got? We have another 63. So... 64. So that would put us slightly over. But I think we could afford this. No, we're a couple of hundred ducats short. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and build up what we have. Let's go ahead and we'll conform to template. And that'll make this army full strength. So that is all good. And then we'll split them up for now. And then over here, I think we do the same thing as well. Yeah, buff up the infantry, the cavalry, and the artillery. So let's go... oh no, we need some more money first. But you know what? That's fine. We have, yeah, we're setting things up very nicely to be able to take these guys on. So we'll let it be. Brandenburg needs access to the Ottomans, so we will happily provide that for them. If we do go ahead and attack these guys, it looks like they'll have... Whoa. A good 300,000 men. We could call in Austria, so that will help us out a bit. Brandenburg's already at war, so that's not really much that we can do. And then Sweden is too far away. Bother. But you know what? At least we've got Austria, so that's fine. We will go ahead and let's spend a couple of our favors with Norway. Again, trying to boost up our trust with them is going to be good. Help future-proof any trouble. So let's confirm that. And then, let's see, a royal influence. The religion in Velsk changes to Protestant. Yeah. Or lose prestige. Fine. Yeah, publicly denounced. How dare you? That is kind of annoying. Angered believers for 5 years. We can fix. Better missionary strength, though. Does mean we should be able to sort that out without too much trouble. Oh, and I didn't even realize it, but it looks like we took a second fort against Delhi, which is very nice. That is a very good position for both of our forts, both in the mountains. So I think... Oh no, technically you can skate through, but it isn't going to be very easy. Yeah, because this has a fort zone of control over to these two. And those two are also covered. Well then, if that is the case, maybe we build up one more in the mountains over here. I think that's not a bad idea, but again, we have to wait for that to be called on in. Yeah, okay, so it is what it is. Alright, so what have we got? Mercenary Company is available. Our Sarita has passed away, which is sad. However... oh, we don't have any heir and no consort. Oh dear. Well, you know what? We will start doing the good old royal marrying. So, let's check the disputed successions first. No one that we care about, so let's get rid of that. Let's start off with the Austrians. Let's improve our relation there. Wait, no. Break. Hang on a second. We're going to have to give it a month for things to reset, I believe. That's fine. We'll let that be. Let's see. Truce is expired with Stettin. That's not a problem. Oh, actually, you know what we do need to do? Oh, scientific instruments. Innovativeness. Sweet. We'll take that. But I just realized our manpower is down because we've been building up so many more troops. Let's go ahead and use our Streltsy to recoup 15,000 manpower. And let that tick back on up. We also have uprising stuff here and whatever else. So yeah, we'll be in a good spot to keep our nation nice and stable. But again, if we can just expand Georgia a little bit, that'll be very nice. Take away some land from the Ottomans and hopefully prevent them from wanting to go to war with Europe. That would be very good. But either way, looks like we have monasteries that are flourishing. Let's go ahead and let's check in on our patriarchal authority. We're doing pretty good. This lasts for another 4 years. I think we'll go ahead and just say we'll gain the production. Yeah, that's fine. Lose some patriarchal authority. It's a little bit of an annoyance, but yeah, nothing that isn't going to be easily fixed, so we'll let that be. Let's see. We don't need these guys. We don't need to know about the diplomatic relations. We have some rebels. Whoa, 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 whoa. We can crush them, 18 regiments, or autonomy and stability. Yeah, I don't like the sound of either of those. How are our Regan separatists? Because there are some guys over here who are a little bit uppity. And it looks like we have done what we needed. Okay, so this is a province right next to our fort. Let's take them and march them over there. We'll cancel our autonomous rebel suppression for now, and we'll just go ahead and fight them off. Making sure that they don't do anything is probably the best thing for us. Again, I don't think that they'll be able to enforce their demands if they do fire and take the province, but at the same time too, I'd rather just make sure that we are safe. Alright, religious unity still going strong, but it looks like the rest is waiting on cause. So we're going to have to wait for that to be finished. How close are we? We are... yeah, about a year before we can do any more conversions. Oh well, it is what it is. It'll just have to be what it is. And it also looks like our governing capacity is slowly creeping back up again. So you know what? I think for the first time in this campaign, we might actually go ahead and start building a couple of courthouses. If we can improve our situation there and means we can take more from the Ottomans, all the better. So let's go ahead and have a look. Moskova's got a decent amount there. Same with... actually, you know what? Do we go for... what's this? 655, spend 300, 400 for 20 odd, or do we go ahead and have a look at a state house? That'll give us 8, however, I believe, let's have a look. We get more buildings, local governing cost goes down by 10. Yeah, so there are some benefits. And the statewide governing cost also drops by 20%. So this is more than just an 8. And Novgorod is pretty expensive. So you know what? I think we're going to go ahead and build one of those. Yeah, it'll take us a little bit more time to get the benefits, but it is what it is. And so I think that'll be fine. We do have extra diplomats, so let's continue to... do some things with them. Let's go ahead and let's just trade in the rest of these favors that we have right now, and that is putting us up to 85 trust, which is very nice. Yeah, that is having a very nice impact. Look at their liberty desire. It is going down much more strongly, and yeah, our economy is also booming, so that's really taking a lot away from the Ottomans. Yeah, once the Ottomans are out of the picture, or we go to war with them, I don't think we'll have issues with Norway again. We're doing really well over there. So let's see, what else have we got? We have another diplomat. Let's go ahead and improve relations with somebody. Let's go... Austria. You know what? Yeah, you're not looking too happy right now. Let's go ahead and try and improve the situation there. Let's go ahead and make them a little bit happier. They're still a little salty that we had to yeah, deal with some unlawful territory. We fought them, we lost our alliance, all the trust, all of that sort of things, so that'll also help with our favor growth as well. So realistically, it's probably a good thing that we go for that. And would you look at that, we timed that out perfectly. Our troops arrived right on the day that they decided to disappear, well, to rise up, and that problem got sorted. So let's march you over. Actually, no, if we're going to be fighting the Ottomans, let's go ahead and preemptively start working on stuff. All of our troops have pretty much made it to where they need to be, but we're going to split. We don't have the supply here. So let's halve your army. Let's send half of you over here. We'll need a leader on them so we can start drilling them up as well. Again, that's going to be particularly good for us if we can. So we'll enable drilling over here, and then, oh, that's right, we need to have another 400 ducats before we can get these guys to adhere to the same, what do we call it, template. Yeah, actually, you know what we can do? I do see our manpower is ticking up fairly quickly, so before that happens, I think we go ahead and we buff up the Streltsy. Yeah, we don't have a whole heap of Streltsy, so if we know that we're going to go from 16 to 30, let's just double check. It was 30? Yeah, if we're going from 16 to 30, we need at least 14 more, so we can go ahead and build up a bunch of them. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And that's our 14 that we need. That'll still leave us a little bit of extra room, but it does use up a little bit of our money, but they will be the right troops instead of just the standard units that we have. So we can get more from the equip streltsy bonuses for our government reform. As when we do use this, we gain an extra 10% infantry combatability for a couple, about 10 years after we use it. But either way, I think that's a good place to call it for today. We've got our army slowly ramping up in number. The Ottomans are hurting with their manpower, and I think we're getting ready to strike. And I think we're going to do particularly well. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.